So is one of the biggest Trump haters in the world now all of a sudden on the Trump train? Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about one of the biggest Trump haters in the world, Michael Rappaport, who says that he might vote for Trump in 2024 to get things under control. Until we get it all figured out, get everything cleared up, he might vote Trump in 2024. Now, I think he's upset because all of what's happening right now with the whole Israel situation. He is obviously Jewish from New York, and he doesn't like what he's seeing from his so-called progressive counterparts and what they're saying. And maybe he realizes that Trump was a beacon of peace during his administration. Maybe he wants to go back to that. Maybe he's not really being serious. Maybe it's like what Barbara Streisand, also a New Yorker, said, talking about if Trump wins, she's going to leave. It's like, really? Are we going back to the whole 2016? I'm going to Canada. I'm going to some other random English-speaking country and not America if Trump wins, but I really don't go anywhere. Different story. I digress. Before I go any further, let's go ahead and just roll some of this. This is a very long clip. I won't play the entire thing, but if you want to see the entire thing for some reason, I will link to it in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
In now to pull back. I am too far, too deep down the Michael Rappaport full truth and nothing but the truth rabbit hole to pull back now. But that is the third job this year. See, a lot of times I'm assuming it doesn't even get to me.
Now let's pause for a minute. You may not know who he is. He is, I guess, a comedian, maybe an entertainer, podcaster. I know him mostly for being on Twitter and being a big Trump hater. If not for all the Trump hate, I would not know who he is really. But I've seen him do pretty big interviews with people and whatnot. And a lot of his shtick at this point has become being a Trump hater. That's the context. But let's keep on going.
And other things too. There's been other things too. There's other times where I'm sure like, for Donald Trump, who I had conversations with, I might vote for that mother. Oh yeah, I'll break I'll break your hearts. Let me tell you something. Things don't get straightened up in this fucking world ASAP. And I know Smoking Joe has said the right thing about Israel. But when I'm seeing motherfuckers in New York City climb in public, in front of crowds of people, rip down UN flags, rip down Israeli flags, rip down American flags on Veterans Day. When the economy is the way the economy is, when I'm paying mortgage rates up the wunk up, I'm getting, forget a colonoscopy. You don't need to get a colonoscopy. Go buy a house. The interest rates, go buy a car. And I know Smoking Joe has done some things I know.
What has he done? What has he done? Just say it. Look, man, just accept it. Just embrace it.
But I'm telling you right now, go buy yourself, go check what it's like to buy a car, buy a house, the money, the chaos in this country, the chaos around the world. But I'm too far down the Gringo Mandingo. I'm too far down the disruptive warrior rabbit hole to pull back now. The comments have been made. I said what I said. All you got to do is Google Michael Rappaport. Go to Breitbart.com. Do I support Breitbart? No, but they have made some fantastic covers of me. I have been on the cover on the internet of Breitbart. They quote me. You got to listen to the Iron Rappaport Stereo podcast on iHeartRadio.
I'm cool. I'll pass.
And where podcasts are available. Every and all podcasts are available.
I'll pass on that, but let's continue with what you said about Donald Trump.
You may hear more about it. You may not hear more about it. But I'm not good at letting things go. It's never been my strong suit.
Look, man, you make certain comments, you say certain things. It's okay to be like, you know what, man, I got that wrong. I'm sorry. And you don't even got to apologize because ultimately it's all about what you need to do for yourself and for the country. Vote the right way. You realize things aren't going very well. you realize that the things that you supported are not at all helpful. They're not beneficial. So go the other direction. It's trial and error. I thought as a young man that it made sense to vote for the Democrats. When Obama ran the first time, I voted for him. I voted for him the second time too. But during that second administration, I'm like, wait a minute. Hope and change? This ain't really what I thought it was going to be. 2011, it really hit me. That's when it hit me because a lot of my friends around me were kind of going broke. Guys I knew were going bankrupt. Chapter 11, literally bankrupt. I'm like, wait a minute. Things were better when I started doing my business like 07, 08. That's a different story talking about the financial crisis. But still, before that, things were better. And then during Obama, things got progressively worse. And then he kind of reneged on some statements about gay marriage. I'm like, what's going on? That opened my eyes. And it let me know that I made a mistake. It let me know that the things that I was saying about conservative people and trying to hate on them and whatnot, that it was the wrong thing to do. It was the wrong thing to say. So now I'm going the other direction. Now I'm fully over here. I regret what I did back then, but I was a young man. I didn't know any better. So all you can do at a certain point is live and learn.
Just listen to a guy named Ezra Klein, his podcast. Sometimes I don't like him. Too snowflakey. I'm not on that snowflake.
Oh, is that
I've
right?
had conversations with some of my... If it comes down to Donald Trump and smoking Joe Biden, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Voting for Donald Trump is on the table. I'm sorry.
Look, there's a need to apologize. No reason to say you're sorry. It's okay. I think you are going a different direction. It might be kind of hard for you because you've kind of built yourself up to be this big Trump hater. So now we're talking about you want to kind of hang on to that, calling them names and all kind of stuff. But ultimately, you realize that the guy you have in office, those you vote for, that ideology is no longer beneficial to you. It's no longer suitable for what you want in your life. And it's okay to realize that. And if you want to see the rest of this clip, and sorry for the freeze frame, Mike. I mean, it is what it is, man. You made the face. It ain't my fault. But I will link to the rest of this in the box. As I close, I want to say this. I think at a certain point, we all understand that we can make mistakes. We can be, because I was probably just as bad as him when it came to being a liberal. Oh, yeah. When I was real young, like in my early 20s, I was bad. Yeah, I was real bad. But then as I, matured as an adult, as I was freed from my ignorance of my youth, then I was able to see the reality of the world. And I could put all that behind me. Now, he might be a little bit up there in age, obviously, and it's okay because there's no time limit. There's no age limit to enlightenment or learning. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you believe what Michael Rappaport is saying? Do you think that he's really serious? Do you think that he would vote for Donald Trump? Do you think that he's turning over a new leaf? Or is he just kind of blowing smoke, kind of like Barbara Streisand, all the rest of them talking about, well, if Trump wins, I'm going to leave, but they don't really leave. It's the same thing with him. I might vote Trump, but doesn't really do it. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think that he's seeing a lot of the flaws of his particular ideology, and he's frustrated. Now, whether he acts on it is a separate issue, but he's at least identifying what the problems are. He's identifying where the flaws exist. And I think that's a great start to trying to fix the damage you've done. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.